Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and today I'm here with a review of one of my recently completed diamond painting projects called Year of the Dragon from Diamond Artisan shop and the artist Elora Pautrat. I just want to take you through this canvas and talk about my experience of working on it, pros, cons, what I loved, didn't love, and just overall stats, and hopefully give you a sense of if this is a kit that you want to purchase from, or even if this exact artwork isn't necessarily your style, to kind of see if this shop is one that you want to check out, because there are a lot of things about the quality and everything that will be consistent even if it's not this exact artwork. So this is a piece that I worked on in January 2024 in honor of, well, the Year of the Dragon coming to a close, and I was born in the Year of the Dragon, so lots of fun, special meaning to me there. I have my paper logbook here, by the way, and this is where I like to track my thoughts on kits and even things like what my start and end date were, and the stats and everything. So this was 67.7 by 67.7 centimeters. It has round drills. This kit is also available with square drills and the same render, the exact same render, but the square drill kit, because square drills are smaller, is going to be a little bit smaller as well. I think it's maybe 60 by 60 centimeters. Anyway, they both are going to have 33 colors. I started this on January 18th and finished it on January 26th, and it was my second finish of the year. I also like to ring things like confetti and enjoyment, as well as starting in this year, 2025, I am taking down drill counts of the different kits that I work on, because I thought it would be fun to get to the end of the year and see how many diamonds did I place in 2025. So confetti, I ranked this one a 3 out of 10, really not confetti heavy at all in my opinion. And then enjoyment wise, 9 out of 10. I loved working on this kit. It was a lot of fun. The colors were so beautiful and enjoyable to work with. And there's just a lot that I loved about it. So drill count wise, this was 57,600 drills. So here's the original artwork as well, if you're interested. So this kit, like I said, is from Diamond Artisan, which is a small shop that I really enjoy a lot of the artwork they have to offer, and they have been incredibly receptive to customer feedback. And one of the things that they have done here in the past few months is they have really moved over towards hand charting their kits. Now, what does it mean when I say hand charting? Hand charting is when there's really a human being that is taking time to really translate the original artwork into diamond painting form, sometimes literally going pixel by pixel in whatever program they're using to really hone it, give us some clean lines, and give us a nice amount of detail. And the opposite of that is computer rendered, which is where maybe the image is just dropped into a program and a computer is just, doing it on their own. And that tends to be a little bit softer in terms of the amount of detail you're going to get. Sometimes you don't have these really crisp, clean lines. And there's often more what we call confetti. So when I was talking about confetti in my logbook and how I ranked it a 3 out of 10, one of the reasons this didn't rank higher, like with more, as in having more confetti, is because it was hand charted. And so you can see, like, I was able to just grab a multi-placer in so many of these sections and just, blitz right through them, because those were just blocks of the same color. The most confetti in this piece was definitely in the dragon that's in the detailing of her outfit. And this is the one spot that I was like, well, there wasn't quite, like, you can't make out quite as much of this detail. But I still think they did a really good job with it, given the size point. They would have had to make this enormous to really give this even more detail. And this is already a really large piece. So I am actually happy with that overall. This definitely has what I and many others would refer to as, it's like lo-fi in terms of theme, and lo-fi just refers to kind of it can mean like, mellow, relaxed, like it's not, I'm trying to think how to put it. A lot of times it refers to color schemes. Sometimes there's neons and like these almost 90s-esque, colors. So it's stripped down in some ways, but it also just it's the mood of the piece. It's very chill vibes. So look at the sparkle in these. Yes, I love the sparkle of round diamonds, especially in dark colors. You could just see that shimmer so well. So Diamond Artisan's round drills were really nice to work with. I thought that they were really nicely faceted. There was not a lot in the way of trash. These are my drill storage that I used. This is, a little bit of trash that I did run into that I just very lazily dropped in there. Or sometimes it was like I found a straggler color in the tray or something. I would just drop it in there. But you can see I had plenty left over in all colors. And I didn't even need them because they really just were that good of quality. I like that this kit came with the stickers, so I was able to just put the sticker label straight on the containers and was ready to go. Let me show you the special drills that came with this kit because I really loved them a lot. So we had these ABs. There was a pale pink AB and a blue AB, and obviously still plenty left over in both of these. It's got iridescent coating. And then we had a clear crystal diamond, which there wasn't a ton of this one. I'll point out to you on the canvas where this one is going to be found. And then we had a couple of glow in the dark drills, which have a really unique effect. So we had this kind of hot pink one and this light purple one, and these were in the fireworks. And like when you're not, you know, seeing them glow in the dark, they have kind of a almost jelly-like look. But I thought that was just such a fun special drill to include when it's like, oh, there's fireworks. It's a really neat look. So as far as where the special drills are, there's the blue is mostly in like the buildings. You can see some of that extra sparkle there. Like you can really see it right there now. And then the light pink, you can see over in those buildings. You see how those like extra sparkly there. There's also some of the pink in this skyline. There's a little bit over here on the wall, actually. And then some of the pink AB in this lantern. Not a ton, but a little bit. And then I'm going to kind of bring this up closer to you. So you can see in the fireworks, we have the bright pink and the light purple. Those are our glow-in-the-dark diamonds. This was the one thing that I was like, I still like the way that it looks, but it is a little bit different than the render that you look at, like the digital render on the website. It is a bit brighter, like it's not an exact color match to what's on the website. And I think that's because when you're talking about special drills, like glow in the dark diamonds or crystals, it's really hard to like depict that in like a digital render form. And so I've seen this really across the board with multiple different shops. So I don't fault Diamond Artisan for this at all. And I still think it's a really interesting and unique effect to have done, and I don't think that it looks out of place. I just noticed that, oh, this looks a bit different than the render on the website. While we were up close, you might have seen, but here are the clear crystals. It's like those are the stars in the sky. I love those clear crystals. That's such a pretty use of those. I think that's absolutely wonderful. I love it. I love it. I love it. As we're up close here, you can really see, yeah, just oodles of color blocking. I did have some minor gapping with this one. You can kind of see, and no, I'm not perfect at multi-placing, my friends. I'm absolutely not. I have a lot of practice with multi-placing, but especially when you've got big blocks of the same color, you know, I'm not perfect. I just am not. So that is one minor thing that I did run into with this kit. And I did run into that with one of my other Diamond Artisan projects. And so I might send them some feedback just to be like, I don't even know if this is something you can do, but I just wonder if there's like a way to tighten up the drill grid just a tiny, tiny bit. The drill quality is so good. I don't think they need to leave extra wiggle room for poor quality drills. And I will say that the difference between like multi-placing the round drills on this kit versus multi-placing the round drills in River Spirit, which was the last Diamond Artisan kit that I worked on, River Spirit had a ton of like white and ivory and light pink colors to be color blocked. And I feel like gapping or like even the slightest imperfections or inconsistencies with how you're placing your drills, they're a lot more evident in my experience when it comes to lighter color drills versus darker color drills. And so I was glad that this kit, since I did choose to get it with round drills, that it mostly had dark colors, where even though my multi-placing, like, it didn't really line up as perfectly as I personally would have liked, I don't think it's visually as obvious unless you're really up close like I just had you. At least to me. You could disagree with me if you like. I think that what that means, though, is I probably would gravitate more towards getting the square drills. Since you can choose which drill shape you want to get, I think that I would, generally speaking, probably prefer to get my kits from Diamond Artisan with square drills because the quality on those is really excellent, and I have not run into any gapping with those at all. So that being said, that, in my opinion, is me being nitpicky, but since I know that others are often curious, you know, what's the grid like? Is there gapping? Though in some colors like this one, I don't feel like there's as much, like this purple, there's not as much like visible gapping, but then you get into some of these like darker colors and there is a little bit. So I don't know. Not sure, you guys. This is not the first company I've run into this with, though. Like, I've run into this from any number of other companies man, I apparently just like when I set this down, I think when I did my month in review video, I'm like, I'm finding cat hair. I'm finding like little fuzzes. I'm like, man, I was hard on this canvas. Sorry, you guys. But the canvas materials and kind of what I refer to as like your standard stuff, your usual suspects, like, okay, so the canvas material, the glue, the drill quality, the symbol clarity, kind of like the foundational stuff that needs to be solid if you're gonna have a good experience with your kit. I did find all of those things to be great. I didn't have any trouble with the symbol clarity on the canvas. It was all really clear to read. I didn't have any similar symbols that were easy to mix up at all. The canvas material is this like short lint, soft lint canvas that a lot of diamond painting companies use. I like the quality of this one. I just had it rolled up just before I started this video, and when I unrolled it, it just laid flat very nicely and easily. And it's holding drills. That and the glue, the poured glue, are holding drills really well. I haven't had any diamonds fall off, which is really nice. So kind of those basics were all really solid, and that has been my consistent experience with Diamond Artisan. And gosh, I love consistency with the small shop and being able to know what to expect when I am purchasing from them. Now, let me just double check my notes to make sure I'm not missing anything else. Just overall, this was a really relaxing and enjoyable kit to work on. And that's why I ranked it like a 9 out of 10 in terms of enjoyment. I was surprised, given the size on this one. I thought it would, just with my general pace of diamond painting lately, I would have thought that it would take me longer to complete, but it just went so fast. I think because there was just oodles of color blocking and because I was enjoying it so much. It was so relaxing to work on, totally channeling like the cozy lo-fi vibes. The way this cat is rendered is like one of my favorite things in this whole kit. I also thought that way that like her profile is done is beautiful. Like her skin tones, which we're talking about, like this is very what's the word I'm looking for? Stylized, in terms of like, we're talking her skin is made up of purples, like shades of purple and some bright pinks. I think it looks so good. The glow in her hair, chef's kiss. This render is amazing. I think that it just makes me want to buy all of this artist's work from Diamond Artisan. Now, a quick note about if you buy from Diamond Artisan. They're a small shop that, like a lot of other small shops in the diamond painting world, do their kits made to order. This is honestly, I think, just the most practical thing for small shops to be able to do because it's very expensive to just carry stock. The one thing that happens with this, though, that you will notice is a difference from like really big, big diamond painting companies, is that there's going to be a longer turnaround time. Most small shops are really good about listing what that turnaround time is going to be on the listings on the website. I highly recommend reading carefully so that you know what to expect. When I order from Diamond Artisan, it's usually, I think, like 6-ish weeks, potentially a little bit longer, but it's usually 6-ish weeks. So I'm thinking I even ordered something, I think it was on Black Friday, and I got that in by mid-January. So, and I think that's been my pretty consistent experience. So, know that that's just really the most practical way for small shops to be able to do this kind of thing and still bring a nice variety of artwork and them being able to put, things into like hand charting kits and stuff like that, which is where I would absolutely rather see them like really put their focus on. And I don't know about you, but I'm willing to wait. Like I'll wait the, 6, 8, 12 weeks, whatever, as long as I've been communicated to up front, hey, this is what to expect. And then it's like, okay, I know what to expect. I'm good. Like I'll wait. And especially if it's worth it. In my opinion, Diamond Artisan is absolutely worth the wait. And again, I've worked on a few different kits from them here in the past year and have had this really consistently positive experience with them. So they definitely get a high recommendation from me. I'm not affiliated. I purchased these kits and hopefully that just want to make sure that you knew that. So I will have their website linked below as well as this exact kit. And like I mentioned earlier, even if this exact art isn't necessarily calling your name, hopefully I've still given you a sense of what overall this shop does have to offer and what its strengths are. And, if there's things that would be deal breakers for you, like a long turnaround time, you could take that into consideration. But go and take a look maybe at their website to see what else they do have. They have some really unique artwork. And even if this piece isn't your style, I wonder if you might find something else there that is your style. So anyway, my friends, thanks for watching. I hope this review was helpful. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What are your thoughts on this kit, seeing it in this video? And have you worked on a kit from Diamond Artisan before or purchased from them before? I would be so curious to hear what your thoughts are. I do think that they do run sales. I recommend following them on Instagram and checking out, a lot of times I think they'll put like a sale code if they have one at the top page, at the top of the page on their website. So that can be one way to try to save a little bit of money. Anyway, friends, thanks so much for watching. Like I said, I hope this was helpful, and I really appreciate that you watched this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you want to see more diamond painting videos from me. Lots of reviews of completed kits and unboxings and tutorials and weekly whip and chats. I'd love to have you here. Either way, though, I hope that you are doing well and that you are taking care and that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.